Hey guys, it's Toniko Pantoja, and today I'd like to talk about rejection, getting rejected from job opportunities or internship or trainee positions for the industry. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this is that there's a post going around on Twitter about this person, really talented painter, who just posted that they got rejected for a Netflix trainee program. And the way this individual worded their rejection was like, hey, it's their loss. I know I'm a great painter. I know I'm talented. I make great things. And I'm going to keep working harder to get closer to my goal. The overall response to this tweet has been highly positive, highly supportive. There's a lot of people saying, hey, Netflix, you dropped the ball. This artist is great. I know it's made some other artists feel inadequate about their own skill. Like, oh my God, I'm nowhere near this good. This person didn't even get the trainee. How can someone like me even, have a chance on this? And then there are people who are like, hey, you're being too egotistical, you're being too proud of yourself, this is not appropriate, this is not the right attitude to have, get some humility. Now, I'm not sure what led to the choice of this person being rejected from this position or this opportunity, but ever since this post, a lot of people in the industry have been sharing their own stories about rejection, how they faced rejection, but now they're doing really well. And unfortunately, not many people will reach this caliber, even if they work their hardest. That's the reality. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. There's a big difference between the end result after facing countless rejections compared to what you decide to do after facing rejection. So for this video, I want to talk about my experiences with rejection and how I dealt with it. And even to this day, I face rejections, whether it's a failed pitch for a show or a movie or a job opportunity. And actually, I also want to talk about why rejection is also a blessing in disguise. So first of all, let me tell you a brief history of the rejections I've faced during my time. After high school, I got rejected from the Sheridan animation program, and I got this rejection while I was working on a really big art project for school, so it was already killing my motivation. Despite already have made some short animations myself and having okay drawing skills, I too felt like they were making a mistake and, I was kind of like being duped. I mean, the idea of taking another year of college instead of 4 years was already like not a good feeling. So I had to brush aside my own ego. So I decided to take their fundamentals art program, and I learned how to draw, I learned how to paint, I learned graphic design, I made friends, my classmates and the animation students, got some pointers and tips on how to get better. So I'm really proud of that choice, and I felt like if I even did get accepted to animation program, I wouldn't be ready at all. During this time, I also applied to CalArts. I actually got accepted to CalArts, but I got rejected from Sheridan again. And after long discussions with my parents, I decided to go for CalArts. The truth was, if I got accepted at Sheridan, it would have been a hard choice for me to make because I really liked it in Canada, I really liked my friends, and I liked being at Sheridan College. Okay, now I'm at CalArts, and during my whole time at CalArts, I never got an animation internship or offers at places that I really wanted to be at. And I remember every rejection that I had, I would work much harder than the previous year, and I would make a much harder, longer, highly produced film than the last one. And I personally don't think that I handled my rejections properly. Like, when I got rejected, I would feel much more down about my work. I wouldn't see the good things about the things that I did. And I would value myself based on whether I was accepted or rejected from an opportunity. Oh yeah, one thing that sucks about working on student films, especially at CalArts, is job fair happens during the heart of crunch time. So all these studios will come look at your portfolio and your reel while you're working on your film. And I feel like the feeling is the same when you don't get any callbacks, especially when you show stuff from the film that you're currently crunching on. It just kills that motivation completely. Like, a lot of people also make films to kind of show their worth or to prove studios that they're worth hiring. Now, one of the internship spots I really wanted was Disney's 2D animation internship spot. There was one time where I was told I made the final round for the applications, and they took forever to let me know when their decision was made, to the point where I was already being kicked out of my dorms and I had to stay a week or two at a hotel because they were procrastinating on their decision. I even told them, hey, if you guys already made the decision, please let me know. I'm already being kicked out. I'm paying money for this hotel space. And I was constantly being told, oh, just wait, we're making our decisions. It wasn't until I heard one of my friends get a rejection letter, and then I called the recruiters myself, and then that's when they just told me they decided to move forward. They didn't let me know. I had to call them. And that was the unfortunate reality I had to face. I invested so much of my time and even money hoping to hear back that I got accepted for this internship, but if I were to go back in time, I should have just flown back home early and invest in other stuff. Me hoping to hear that I got accepted while paying money for a hotel made the rejection much worse. But yeah, I was getting rejected from places that I really wanted to be at. But if I look at myself now and the rejections after those times, yeah, sure, there was times where I got rejected because I wasn't the right fit for the project, but it was also based on circumstances. After my third year at Cal Arts, I got accepted a full-time offer with Blizzard Entertainment, but I couldn't take it because of visa issues. The same thing happened with Spa Studios. They wanted to move forward with artists who were willing to move to Madrid, Spain at the time, whereas I was more focused on dealing with trying to get a green card in the United States. So there's a lot of reasons for rejection. Sometimes rejection can happen if you're overqualified for a position or an opportunity. And let me go on record saying I'm not trying to say I was overqualified for these positions that I was rejected from. It's just that in some cases, the reasons might not be what you think it is. So I'm not here to talk about why rejections happen. I mean, it's kind of obvious when they say that you're not the right fit for a current thing or whatever. I mean, it's pretty clear. But I'm also here to talk about how to deal with rejection and why rejection is actually a blessing in disguise. First, let me address why a rejection is actually a blessing in disguise. It allows you to move forward, whether that's other plans or other things that you want to do. What sucks is having a bunch of really good opportunities and you have to choose one. The paradox of choice sucks. It's a lot of what ifs. What if I choose this? What if I make the wrong choice? What if I make a mistake? That burden sucks. And nowadays, when there's a season where I'm getting a lot of different job offers left and right, I get so heavily burned out because I don't know what to do and what to choose. You no longer have to adhere to a certain schedule that a place or studio has in mind for you. You have the autonomy to do what you can with that time. And as for animation internships, they mostly take place during the summer. And summer vacation is something that you're going to miss after you graduate. So now you have more autonomy to do what you want for that summer, whether it's to have fun and play around, or whether it's to work hard, whether it's finessing your skill or working on a project. So to me, that's why rejection is a blessing in disguise. I don't really believe in the whole if a door closes, just wait, another place will see you for what you're worth and they'll value you. And I think, that's a load of crap. And I don't think one should put their worth based on how a place or studio sees you. Now, I will also say this, that it's easy for me to say that because I have experience and I have worked in the industry. But I will also say that I'm more proud of the work that I do outside of the studios and realize what I'm capable of. So next I want to talk about how you can deal with rejection and how I personally dealt with it. And during my early days when I was getting rejected left and right, it was much harder and I didn't really have faith in myself. But like I said, it's what you decide to do with your rejection. So let's say I got rejected for an animation internships. I would just go home, enjoy my summer vacation, have fun, and work hard at projects that I'm really passionate about. Make my own schedule, connect with my teachers, connect with people that I look up to, and get feedback. So when I get rejected for a certain opportunity, even up to now, I'll just use that available time to work on things that I'm passionate about. Personal projects, personal plans. I have space for that now. I remember when I was still a student during summer vacations, I would do 11-second clubs, I would do animation challenges, I would collaborate with friends here and there, and I still got to grow and learn from that experience. And I think when you do other things outside of the whole animation and work stuff, you're going to get another perspective and you're going to value other bits about yourself that you can find worth into. And who knows, a wonderful opportunity might open just out of nowhere without expecting it. So it allows you to consider an upcoming opportunity. But again, I will go on record saying that don't expect or don't wait for these opportunities. Take initiative to take matters into your own hands. And guess what? Some of the stuff that I did on my own time, personal projects, animation projects, or stories, it gave me some really good opportunities down the road. Much more worthy than a measly animation internship offer or even a normal job offer. And the way I view rejections now is think of it as more like you're just not the right fit for a project. And I would say you're just not the right fit currently. And again, that could mean many things, whether it's skill level or whether it's casting. And that's another important thing that you have to acknowledge. Maybe you're just not the right fit for a project. So I will say that rejections don't have to be bad unless you make it seem like a big deal that it's really bad. and you be sad and mopey about it and not do anything productive after a rejection. I would say that a rejection is also empowering. Now I have the freedom to work on this other project that I'm really passionate about. Now I have the freedom to work on other parts of myself. And some folks might ask, how do you even gain a certain level of confidence where you can say that? Well, that's kind of why you need to make time and space to work on yourself, whether that's therapy, whether that's finding other perspectives. You don't gain this stuff if you're only fixated on your worth on a job opportunity. So for people who feel sorry about themselves or disappointed that they didn't get offered an opportunity or they got rejected, that's normal. Especially when you know how much time and effort and work that you put into trying to get that opportunity. And honestly, that's not going to be the last time you're going to face something like that, especially when your ambitions keep growing. If you got rejected and said things like, hey, it's their loss, I know I'm a great artist, I know I'm talented, and no matter what, I'll keep working to get closer to that goal, hey, more power to you. And people who say otherwise, that you're not being humble, you're being too egotistical, too proud. Humility only works if you're honest about yourself. Don't be humble just for the sake of looking good in front of everyone, or just because it looks right. Don't kid yourself. And also, I would be careful with people who share their rejection stories and now say how amazing they are, how they managed to get a show deal, this or that, because you're only going to focus on the end result rather than how you deal with that rejection. Because again, there's other circumstances that you might not be seeing, like having connections, being in the right place at the right time, luck. So even if you work as hard as you can or just constantly believe in yourself, sometimes that opportunity will never land on your lap. The thing about this industry or the work that we do is that there's not really a binary system where it's like you do this one thing and you're gonna get this result guaranteed. That's not how things work. Some people get opportunities because of connections. Some people get opportunities because they have a really good talent agency or whatnot. So don't expect things to be fair. The work that you do has to come from a place of honesty, meaning that you're aware of your decisions and why. Anyways, that's all. Please invest in yourself. Bye. Interested in learning hand-drawn animation or learning how to finish an animated shot from beginning to end? Have a look at the store where you'll find the complete Introduction to 2D Animation video course, tutorials, and other resources. Learn classical animation approaches, drawing, lectures, techniques, and other process videos. Visit the store through the link in the description below.